Hi, good morning. This is Elizabeth Abadie, captain of 787-900 going to Tijuana. And today is my pilot, Jessica Camuñez.
Hi, good morning. I'm Jessica Camuñez, first officer at the Boeing 787.
I'm the first officer, and my work here on the preliminary and pre-flight is just to check all the overhead and check all the components from my side. So now we have introduced all the information of the flight in the computers of the FNC, and I'm going to do now my preliminary. Okay, normal, press it. Bye. Okay, so I'm now just checking all my components from my side, and I have done my checklist, and now we're going to introduce the information of the fuel and the flight in the FMC.
So we have already checked. We put all the route from Mexico City to Tijuana, and everything is now ready to begin our pre-flight checklist, and we are going to wait our payload and the last final things to put it in the FMC. So Jessie, if you are ready, we are going to read our pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100% on the right. Flight instruments.
Flight instruments heading 159 on 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. And with 3034, 7,310, that is the elevation in Mexico City.
Okay.
And we have it in 1, 2 and 3.
It's heading 159, 159, 159, 3034, 7,320 feet. Pre-flight checklist is complete.
Thank you, yes. And now we are going to wait a little bit to ask for our clearance. And everything, as you know, now is all with digital, all is computerized. So we are going to send it to the CTA, and they are going to respond with in the same way. So yes, we can ask for the clearance.
Okay, now I'm going to request the clearance for departure. So now using the modern computers, I'm requested by FMC or by Aircar. So here I'm requesting departure clearance. We're departing from Mexico City. Our departure clearance from Mexico. We're departing from Mexico to Tijuana. Our gate number is 68.
And the information
and our
is
information is Mike. So now I'm sending the request, and we're going to wait for our clearance back. Okay, they have received our request, so now we're going to wait, and here's our clearance.
Okay, yes, if you read it, and I'm going to check it here in the FMC.
Okay, you ready? AeroMexico 170, we're clear to Tijuana. We're going to take off for runway 5. The departure is Pasteje, 5
yes.
Alsa. Then flying to Pasteje, our airway will be Juliet 13 to Aguascalientes.
Yes.
Upper Juliet 63 to Durango.
Yes.
Upper Juliet 5 to Hermosillo. Upper Juliet 7 to Punta Peñasco. Upper Juliet 3 to Tijuana.
Yes.
Climb and maintain altitude, flight level 380.
Okay.
Okay. 380, squawk 1077 is already set. Our departure frequency will be 120.5. Our contact for ground for pushback is 22.8 and 21.0 for ground control.
Okay, thank you. Yes,
do you agree? I'm going to accept it.
Accept it and then print it.
Okay. So now we have accepted our clearance, and we have the same clearance. They acknowledge that we have our clearance on board to our flight to Tijuana.
Okay, so I get cancelled.
Okay.
And today, yes, you are going to take us to Tijuana.
Okay.
And we are ready to make our briefings.
Okay.
We are at the gate 68
Okay.
And we are going to go via Lima, Bravo 3, Alpha 1 to the runway 05 right.
Okay.
In case of failure before B1, I'm going to set reject.
Okay.
And please help me with the CTA and
Okay.
the passengers and
The cabin crew?
the
Okay.
cabin crew to stay at their place and wait for instructions.
Okay.
In case of failure after B1, what are you going to do?
Okay, after B1 here in Mexico, we have special procedures. After B1, with the airplane under control, 200 feet, we are going to set the autopilot for 100 feet. If we have any recall items, we will do the recall items. We have a special route here in Mexico for an engine failure.
Yes.
I'm going to check it here. Oh, okay, thank you. So it says that we're going to climb in the radial 053, 4 miles from Mexico VOR. We're going to turn to the left and fly direct to Lucia VOR.
Yes.
We're going to climb to 2,000 feet. In case of there is an engine failure at 700 feet, we will accelerate the airplane just to configure the airplane with flaps up and continue our climb to 2,000 feet.
Okay.
At Lucia, we're going to hold at 2,000 feet, that it's already set, and we're going to establish in the holding pattern. The turns will be to the left on the inbound course 179. We're going to take off overweight of our maximum landing weight. We're going to be like 10 pounds overweight.
Okay.
So if you agree, once we're on the holding pattern, we're going to make our recall items, all our list, and then we will solve if we go back to land here in Mexico or what actions we will take to do with the failure we have.
Okay.
So the clearance we have for Mexico City to departure as the chart is the 10-3.
Yes.
And it's from 26th of May of 2016. Here from Mexico City, our departure frequency will be 120.5. The elevation of the airport is 7,316 feet. The transition for us is going to be 18,500 feet, and there are some notes for Mexico City Airport. In case we have a okay, here it says, in case of failure of Mexico VOR or other nav aids involved in each procedure, we should expect radar vectors. These seats or instruments departures will be changed in accordance with ATC instructions by means of radar vectors and a change of speeds. We have a restriction for our departure is maximum 200 knots until 60 ME from Mexico City. So here's 60 ME checked and the FMC 200 knots maximum. These seats require takeoff minimums. For us, for the 5 right, okay, we're going to do the Pasteje 5 Alpha. We require like 240 minutes per nautical mile to 13,000. With our speed, with this restriction is
About 800.
320. It's okay. With 200 feet, we need 1,067 feet. We complied with both engines or 1,333. We don't have any problem with both items to comply with this departure. For our departure, it's going to be here is Pasteje 5 Alpha. Okay, the initial climb via radial 053. It's already checked to 5 until 5 DME from Mexico City. It's checked. And continue on heading 174 to Mexico. So it's heading 174 over here checked. And then we're going to turn right to intercept the radial 083 from Toluca VOR. So it's heading 233. We're going to intercept Toluca VOR and then cross 23 miles from Toluca at or below flight level 230. So
It's there.
the restriction is over here, checked, 230 or below. And then fly to Pasteje VOR on radial 110 to 90 on the heading over here, checked. We don't have any restriction on our climb. It's flight level 380 already set by our clearance of Mexico CTA. Do you have any questions, doubts?
Just the route, just continue with the assigned route.
Okay.
Yes, with CTA instructions and our safe altitude to the where we are going to
for
fly
our
with
departure.
the 19,400 feet. Okay.
Okay. Right.
And no doubts about that.
Okay.
So everything is okay.
Okay. Thank you, Liz.
Okay. So that's all. We have already prepared our takeoff. If we have any failure or anything about before B1, we have a special procedure here in Mexico City due to elevation. So we have already noticed about that, and we are ready to begin our flight. We have already received our final numbers, so we adjust the zero fuel weight, and now we are calculating the speeds for this flight. Now we are waiting that the EFB make all the calculations, and we are going to compare with the numbers that they have. And Jess is also making another one with the iPad.
Okay, I'm making my numbers over here on the electronic flight bag, and we have noticed that we have a live dock in our bulk compartment, and there are no procedures for the baggage to take down from the airplane.
Okay, are you ready to copy?
Yeah, I'm ready to compare. Yeah.
Flaps 5, acceleration height 1000, runway 05 right. Takeoff gross weight 191,400 kilos. The rate 10%, 93.5. Cell temperature 32. B1 156, BR 159, B2 162, BREF 30 152.
Check. There, I have the same information on my calculator. Do I send it to the FMC?
Yes, 95, 32, flaps 5, 156.
So now we have calculated our speeds. We have compared with the one that operations gave to us. We have the same information, and we send them to the FMC from our electronic flight bag calculation. So now I'm accepting our speeds for our takeoff, B1, rotation, and B2. And here in Mexico, we have a special procedures. In case of an engine failure, here in Mexico, we're going to accelerate the airplane at 700 feet just to gain some speed. The acceleration height for noise-abiding procedures is 3,000 feet, and the thrust reduction will be at 1,500 feet for Mexico.
Okay, we have already all the papers, so we are ready now to have our flight. Thank you, and enjoy. Have a good flight and good day. Gracias por todo.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck. Welcome on board. We are ready for our flight 170 bound to Tijuana Airport. And the weather report along the route is really nice, but please remain with your seatbelt fastened due to unexpected light show. The weather conditions in Tijuana are really nice. By this time they are about 8 degrees Celsius. And we keep in touch and enjoy this beautiful 787-900. Yeah. Y tripulación cabina, favor de armar toboganes. Now we are ready for pressurized hydraulics. Is prepare our flight for start the engine. So yes, please.
Okay, so now I'm going to pressurize the hydraulics and set the fuel.
Okay. And pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Flight deck door standing by. So passenger signs are on. MCP.
B2 162 heading 053, altitude 380.
B2 162 heading 053 and altitude 380. Takeoff speeds.
B1 156, BR 159, B2 162.
B1 156, BR 159, B2 162. CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Completed. Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Complete.
Completed. Beacon standing by.
Gracias.
Mexico Southground, good morning. AeroMexico 170 Heavy, requesting engine start and pushback from gate number 68.
AeroMexico 170, hold position, expect push 1315.
Hold position, expect pushback at 1315 at AeroMexico 170.
Now we are clear for pushback and the start engines, and our list all already have done.
Before so checklist is complete.
Thank you very much. Yes. And now they said we are clear for start engine, so we are going to wait a little more.
To be back, okay.
Yes.
Vámonos.
Iniciamos el arranque, maestro. Gracias. We are clear for start engines, so right and
Right
left,
start,
please.
left start.
And the fuel control switches are on.
Auto start right, auto start left.
Thank you.
This airplane can allow both engines start at the same time.
Yes, and as you know, all the engine, they are going to start all the gyros until the maximum, and then by itself is going to send the fuel. So we are going to look it, and it's a beautiful aircraft because it does automatically, and whatever it feels, it's going to cut it out by itself. So, as you see, they are reaching their maximum gyro, and now the fuel is gone, and we now have the EGT, so the temperature is increasing. So it has already
Right running, left running.
already. So please, the before taxi procedure, yes, please.
Okay, so now I'm cutting off the APU,
Maestro,
just
¿está
making
libre
sure
el
we
área
have the fuel
para
on board, our
bajar
engine
aletas y
NTIs,
probar
and
controles?
set the flaps for takeoff.
Se encuentra libre, su perfección, capitán, libre el área.
Muchas gracias.
And here our page we can check out the flight control movements.
We taste the elevators, the flaps, and now the rudder.
Free movement checked, cancelled, recall checked.
Okay. Y ya se enteró de todo, ¿verdad, maestro?
Así es, capitán, es interesante. Fuera de puestos, capitán.
Los frenos están puestos, maestro, todo aquí arriba está en orden, podemos retirar todo el equipo y que tenga muy buen día. Muchas gracias.
Igualmente, capitán, un excelente vuelo, capitán. Me confirmo el avión va sin seguros, únicamente lo marchamos por su izquierda del bypass.
Cómo no, pendiente. Gracias, muy buen día.
Buen día, capitán.
Now they are going to remove all the pins, all the safety devices, and they are going to show us at the left side. As with that we are sure, but that we could raise the gear and it will be closed properly. So as you see, the tow is going, and there is the pin. And the before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist, anti-ice is in auto, recall checked. Flight controls?
Checked.
Checked and ground equipment?
Clear.
Clear right, before taxi checklist is
And
complete.
clear left, and instruction.
Taxi instructions, okay.
364, runway 53036, taxi via Papa Hotel, Juliet, hold, sure, Bravo 3.
3036.
Okay, it's Papa Hotel, Juliet, short of Bravo 3, Delta 364.
South ground, AeroMexico 170 Heavy, ready to taxi.
Delta 364, are you able to use runway 5 left?
Affirmative for Delta 364.
Okay, change instructions, continue via Papa Hotel, Lima, hold, sure, Bravo 3.
Papa Hotel Lima, short of Bravo 3 now for 5 left, Delta 364.
That's correct, AeroMexico 170, runway 53037, taxi via Papa, correction, Lima, Bravo 3, Alpha 1, hold, short, 5, right.
Lima, Bravo 3, Alpha 1, hold short of 5, right, 3037, AeroMexico 170. Okay, we're clear to taxi, Bravo 3 and Alpha 1 and hold of runway 5 right, clear right.
Okay, and clear left.
3037 on the barometric set. Clear right
and left.
Clear right. Okay, it's a busy hour here in Mexico City Airport. We're number 4 for takeoff from this side from the airport, and there are 2 airplanes on the other side of the airport for the other runway. Clear right.
México 1291 por la derecha, el
Cabin ready.
And before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Checklist complete.
AeroMexico 100, posición y mantener 5 izquierda.
Posición y mantener 5 izquierda, AeroMexico 5 izquierda, AeroMexico 5 izquierda.
So now we are ready for our great experience. Welcome to Mexico.
AeroMexico 105 izquierda, autorizado para despegar, calma 25 en el aire.
Tasa de despegue 5 izquierda, 25 en AeroMexico 100.
You have brakes and controls, yes?
I have the brakes.
I have the communications.
Okay.
Okay, and the runway is clear and
Clear.
standing by.
Roger.
And now we are going to see the mountains around here in Mexico. It's a beautiful morning.
AeroMexico 170, clear for takeoff, 5 right wing, count 2120.5 when aero.
Clear for takeoff, AeroMexico 170, have a good day.
You too.
Buen vuelo.
Igual.
Torre México, buenos días.
Set takeoff
Costera
process.
3%
3483.
stable.
35 derecha, 30.
Thrust reference.
Con la aproximación.
Continuamos.
Takeoff thrust is set.
Delta 364 B Alpha, clear to cross runway 5 right, hold 05 left.
80 knots.
Check.
Hold. B1.
4835 derecha,
Rotate.
calma, autorizado para aterrizar.
B2.
Autorizados a aterrizar en 5 derecha, costera 3483.
Positive rate of
Gear
climb.
up.
LNAV.
Mover con los cánones. Autopilot engaged.
Thrust reference, bin up speed.
Check. This is going to be the area of the new airport. You're just here to the left.
Departure, good morning. This is AeroMexico 170 Heavy on the Pasteje departure leaving 9000.
AeroMexico 170 Heavy, you're on radar contact.
AeroMexico 170.
AeroMexico 100, prosigue directo Zarco.
Climb 1.
AeroMexico 100 a Zarco directo.
Zarco directo, AeroMexico 100.
AeroMexico 170, make a right turn heading 230 to join your departure.
Heading 230 to the right to join the departure, AeroMexico 170.
Heading sail.
10620, 285. AeroMexico 170, plan and maintain for level 360 until further advice.
Clear to 360 till further advice, AeroMexico 170.
360 set. Flaps 1.
AeroMexico 902, cambia 266, que tenga bonito día.
26-6, AeroMexico 902. Igualmente, buen día.
AeroMexico 100, llame 29.1, buen día.
29-1, AeroMexico 100, buen día.
Flaps up. After takeoff checklist. Pasteje 110, ¿no? Ah. Ok, enterado. Agree. Y after takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist complete. And
Roger.
now,
Nos dejó a la salida, ¿verdad?
así es, ese rumbo para la salida.
El nav is engaged.
AeroMexico 170, fly direct to Papa Tango Juliet, Pasteje.
Clear to Papa Tango Juliet, AeroMexico 670.
170.
170, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Agree. El nav engaged.
El nav is engaged.
Esos números de vuelos ya no nos estamos acostumbrados, ¿no?
Sobre todo en inglés aquí, ¿no?
Terminal México, buenos días.
And now you see the
408 pesado,
Mexico City,
500 por
the
270
airport.
en la salida.
Buenos días, AeroMexico 408, está en contacto radar.
Contacto radar, el AeroMexico 408. AeroMexico 440, próximo 270.
AeroMexico 902. Estación que está próxima a 270, ¿me confirma?
AeroMexico 440, deja 265 por 270.
Gracias, 280, por favor, buen día.
128, gracias, buen día.
AeroMexico 902, 266.
All the engines are going to start all the gyros
board, our engine NTIs, and set the flaps for takeoff.
Muchas gracias.
Here on our page we can check out the flight control movements.
We taste the elevators,
Okay.
the flats, and now the road.
Freeway can check, and survey can check.
Ya se enteró de todo lo que vamos a Los frenos están puestos, maestro, todo aquí arriba está en orden. Podemos retirar todo el equipo y meter la compañía. Muchas gracias. Pendiente, gracias. Muy buen día. Now they are going to remove all the pins on the safety devices and they are going to show us at the left side. As that we are sure that we rise the gear and it will be closed properly. Clear left.
We see a 37 on the runway 37. Here, right?
And left.
Here, right? It's a busy hour here in Mexico City Airport. We're at number 4 for takeoff from this side of the airport, and there are 2 airplanes on the other side of the airport.
Clear right.
Aeroméxico 1291 por la derecha, el
Cabin ready.
And before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Checklist complete.
Aeroméxico 100, posición y mantener 5 izquierda.
Posición de mantener 5 izquierda, Aeroméxico 5 izquierda, Aeroméxico 5 izquierda.
So now we are ready for our great experience. Welcome to Mexico.
Aeroméxico 105 izquierda, autorizado para despegar, calma 25 en el aire.
Entonces al despegue 5 izquierda, 25 en Aeroméxico 100.
You have brakes and controls, yes?
I have the
I
brakes.
have the communications.
Okay.
Okay, and the runway is clear.
0 clear for takeoff, 5 right wing, count 21 to 0.5 whenever.
Clear for takeoff, AeroMexico 170. Have a good day.
You too.
Buen vuelo.
Igual.
Torre México, buenos días.
Set takeoff
Costera
process.
3483.
3% stable.
35 derecha, 30.
Thrust reference.
Con la aproximación.
Continuamos.
Takeoff thrust is set.
3483.
Delta 364 B Alpha, clear to cross runway 5 right, hold 05 left.
80 knots.
Check.
364.
Hold.
Costera
B1.
4835 derecha,
Rotate.
calma, autorizado para aterrizar.
B2.
Autorizados a aterrizar en 5 derecha, costera 3483.
Positive rate of
Gear up.
climb. LNAV.
Voy a ir con los cánones. Autopilot engaged.
Thrust reference. Bin up speed.
Check. This is going to be the area of the new airport. You're just here to the left.
Departure, good morning. This is AeroMexico 170 Heavy on the Pasteje departure leaving 9000.
AeroMexico 170 Heavy, you're on radar contact.
AeroMexico 170.
AeroMexico 100, prosigue directo Zarco.
Climb 1.
AeroMexico 100 a Zarco directo.
Zarco director, México 100.
AeroMexico 170, make a right turn heading 230 to join your departure.
Heading 230 to the right to join the departure, AeroMexico 170.
Heading sail.
10620, 285. AeroMexico 170, plan to maintain for level 360 until further advice.
Clear to 360 till further advice, AeroMexico 170.
360 set. Flaps 1.
AeroMexico 902, cambie 266, que tenga bonito día.
266, AeroMexico 902. Igualmente, buen día.
AeroMexico 100, llamen 29.1, buen día.
291, AeroMexico 100, buen día.
Flaps up. After takeoff checklist. Pasteje 110, ¿no? Ah. Ok, enterada. Agree. Y after takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist complete. And
Roger.
now,
Nos dejó a la salida, ¿verdad? ¿O?
así es, ese rumbo para la salida.
El nav is engaged.
AeroMexico 170, fly direct to Papa Tango Juliet, Pasteje.
Cleared to Papa Tango Juliet, AeroMexico 670.
170.
170, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Agree. El nav engaged.
El nav is engaged.
Esos números de vuelos ya no nos estamos acostumbrados, ¿no?
Sobre todo en inglés aquí, ¿no?
Terminal México, buenos días.
And now you see the Mexico City, the airport.
En la salida.
Buenos días, AeroMexico 408, está en contacto radar.
Contacto radar, el AeroMexico 408. AeroMexico 440, próximo 210.
México 902. Estación que está próximo a 270, ¿me confirma?
AeroMexico 440, deja 265 por 210.
Gracias, 28.
Leaving 18.2. Check.
Check, it's
Everything okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
AeroMexico 170, proceed direct to the UYA 6.
Thank you very much. Clear direct UYA, AeroMexico 170.
Please ready.
Agree? No te puse bien.
on the left side. There's that city is Toluca. It's an alternate airport for the all aircraft of cargo aircraft and private aviation. It's the biggest city of Mexico State. It's the kind of second important nearest Mexico City.
De Kilo Eco, muy buenos días, contacto, radar Hacienda 340, hasta nuevo aviso.
340, nuevo aviso, India Kilo Eco.
AeroMexico 170 Heavy, leading 23.4 for 360.
70, good morning, with the contact extension, maintain flight level 360.
Clear to 360, flight level AeroMexico 170.
360 set.
170, Clinton, maintain flight level 380.
Clear 380, AeroMexico 170.
380 set.
Thank you.
And confirm it's our optimum flight level.
Okay, thank you.
Now we have reached our cruise altitude. It's a 380 flight level. We are flying to Tijuana, and I'm going to introduce you about some instruments in our cabin. This is a Boeing 787-9, and some of the most we can say new instruments for us is here, the head-up display, the HUD. This is very interesting for us as pilots because when we take off and we land, we don't need to look. We don't need to have our head down to look for the instruments and lose the runway. So now we have all the information over here: the attitude of the airplane, the speed that we have, how many rate of descent do we have, and what altitude we are having. And we also have the. This is a very good. We can say. Good additional help for us when we're landing. Also very important in the conditions of Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3 conditions. This is a very helpful item. Also, another item we have over here is the electronic flight bag. This is very important for us because this eliminates all the paper books that we have on board. Here there's one of the items that we have is the screens that we have. We have the information or the video of what is happening on the galleys and the entrance to the cockpit. With this we know who is outside of the cockpit. We know we can open the door or not. Another of the additional information we have over here, so all our documents. We have all our manuals over here, so we don't need that book and we're eliminating all the paperwork. Other item that we have here, we can calculate our performance for takeoff and landing. We have also, this one calculates the information. For example, the information that we have here for the takeoff the ground personnel did for us, we can compare it here, and if we have any change of runway of the last time or we need to land and at any airport if we have an emergency, we calculate over here all the information that's very useful for us also. Something very important also, we have here a route, we have the information of our flight plan. So that way we eliminate also the charts that we used to have in the past. For example, we see here the position of the airplane, we see our complete route, and also here we have the information of our communications and all the centers we're crossing here. So it's very useful information over here. Another information that we have, it's for pilot utilities. We can have some basic things as a calculator or speed conversions or, I don't know, time zone conversions. So practically all the information it's over here for us to eliminate paper. And the terminal charts, the Jepson charts, we used to have our book of Jepson that was very heavy for us to carry in for all the flights. And here we have all the information of the Jepson flights, so we don't need to carry more paper. So that's a weightless for us as pilots. And something very important for us is this type of screens that we have. We can use, or we can change the information as we need. For example, here we have a communication over here for our flights, also almost primary for our flights to cruise the Atlantic or the Pacific Ocean. We have a communication via CPDLC, that's the copilot or cockpit, and controller communication. And we can request here our levels instead of calling by radio. We ask for all the report. We can have reports. We can communicate on emergency over here. For example, if we have any Mayday, so we here have the information written down, and you can focus to fly the airplane, and they have the information, and they are going to answer to you by the information. Also, another thing we have over here is the systems. We have our status. We know if we have any status message, if there's any failure with the aircraft, we are going to have it over here. We can check our oxygen and the hydraulics. For example, we have the information here of the doors. They are locked, and for the passenger doors and the cargo compartments, we can check it over here. And something very important of this airplane is the pressurization. We can see the cabin over here. You can see the altitude of the cabin is 6,000. The other airplanes, the altitude of the cabin goes up to 8,000 feet, so this is very comfortable for us, for the passengers. And we also have humidity in this airplane. That makes you comfort flight for us, so you don't get, the skin doesn't get dry, you don't get that tired because you have humidity over here. We have very synoptic information of all our systems, the hydraulic system, that they're working, all the valves, they're working open. And what? Something also that we have different in this airplane, we don't have circuit breakers physically here in the cockpit. All the circuit breakers are just over here. We as pilots, we cannot operate them. The only authorized people to do this is maintenance. But we do have the information over here to see if there's any circuit breaker open. And you want to explain another thing, Liz?
No, maybe about the new one in this one is for example, all the information you have here. I'm going to send you the ACAS. That's other thing that is really nice on this aircraft. You may play with the screens. You may change it. But here we have information about the aircraft. For example, this is an American Airlines 2544, and we could know at what speed does it has. Yes, so for example, it has a ground speed about 424 knots, and it's really useful to know the traffic basically below you, because if you have to make a emergency descent, you know the people who is down you. So for example, you may change this one, and it's going to give you information about 9,000 feet to above you and 7,000 below you, and it's very helpful, you know. And what else? As you know, because I think you know more than me, because the people who is like this knows more than us, but it's a very certain information that we have. So we have all the information here, and we are very happy with this information. As Jesse explained you, all the information here, we have it at the head-up display. And And this whole navigation display is very helpful, but now we don't use it. We only use it if the head-up display doesn't work. We can see here our speed. We have the overspeed information here and the minimum speed here. So we are between. It's the very nice speed that we have because we have a gap between the overspeed or below for the stall. This one is our altitude, and he says that we have the autopilot engaged, and this one are the information of the FMA. It seems about our thrust, the lateral navigation, and the vertical navigation. So we have the.
Please, we have been cleared after Durango to fly direct Peñasco for traffic spacing.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Okay, thank you. Agree.
Engage. Set.
So, and we have here a mini-map. We set a mini-map, and here is the navigation display, and you may put some information. You may get a big picture, for example here, and the small one. The circles you saw here, that you see here, is information that we put. If we have an engine failure, we have the information that we could return from here to Mexico City, or maybe we could go to Puerto Vallarta. And as all the flight is passing by, we are changing our alternate to have information, whatever, to be prepared if something happens. So. Another thing we have, well, today is a very beautiful day, but we have information here about the radar, or maybe with terrain. That information is the terrain. If the Sierra, we have mountainous in Mexico, we have a lot of mountains, so it is very helpful for us. Well, another thing you may put here is all the information about your time, at what time are you estimating the positions. For example, Durango, we are estimating at 1436, and as you know, all the time is Zulu time. It's not local time, so it's very helpful because everybody knows at what time is it. And what else do you want to know? We could check it here, our checklist, our normal checklist. If we have some abnormal checklist, we could check it here. As Jesse told you, we have communications also. And I'm going to give you the... Okay, and we have communications here. With the company, we can ask for weather report, or maybe we could ask for the ATIS here at flight information. We could ask for the ATIS for whatever we want. So it's a very helpful now, this all communication and this kind of technology for us, because we have a lot of tools to do it better, our work. If you remote to the 1930s or 40s, you have to fly it by hand, and it was very tight. I come from a family from pilots. I saw my father, but I think that's the reason that I want to be a pilot. I always think to be a pilot. I remember that about when I have 4 years or something like that. My father told me, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to be a pilot. And he says, no, later you are going to be a police or maybe a fireman or something like that. And I said, no, I want to be a pilot. And well, my father, my brothers, I have the family, the air family. I began in kindergarten. You don't have to make numbers because I began too young. Nah, that's no, I don't like to. Nah, because if you make numbers, you know my age. Now, after the high school, I began the school in Mexico, in the Escuela de Aviación México, and I finished about when I had 20 years. And after that, I went to make my all my papers, exams, and everything to AeroMexico. With 180 hours, with 180 hours, I began to fly the DC-9. I began with the DC-9 15. It's a very good plane. Yes. I flew the DC-9 30, 15, 32. Then I went to first officer of 767, 757. And because here in AeroMexico, you began as a first officer on all the equipments, and then as captains. And then I began captain of DC-9, MDA, 767, and now with the 787. But as always, the airplane you are flying is a very, very good airplane, because each one has the thing, something that is really nice. Each aircraft you fly. Yes, you know. So now I am about 21,000 hours and 34, almost 35 years in aviation. I think whatever you want to do, just do it. It doesn't matter what do you want to do, just go for it. And I think basically, or the most important thing is that you like it. If you like it, you love it, you are going to do it well.
Palacio 173, cuando listo, desciende y mantenga 200.
200, la prevista el 273. El 163.
Buenos días, Centro Mazatlán, AeroMexico 702, nivelados 340.
We have a traffic here, as you see. It's a traffic here, and it's there. You can see it outside.
Tráfico a las 12, 53 millas en rumbo noroeste, 737-340.
Entrada pendiente con tráfico, Bulgaria.
We asked for the weather in Tijuana, and Tijuana at this time is calm. The wind is calm. We have 8 miles, and the temperature is about 8 degrees Celsius. The altimeter 3016, so everything is okay for Tijuana.
One of the really greatest feature of this airplane, of the 787-9, is over here we have the information of the traffic. So we select the traffic peak, and then we select the traffic over here, and we know the identification of the airplane and the flight number. And we also have the ground speed they're having here. It says ground speed 392. Our actual ground speed is 433, so we are faster than they are. Actually, we are now just in front of them. So it is really a good feature. It can help us in the approaches and in the departures, because that way, you know, if you are getting closer, if you reduce your speed or increase your speed to get faster than the other one. This is special function. This is the vertical situation displays. Now we are level at 380. Here shows the flight level that you have. Here we're crossing some mountains. You can see the ground of the mountains, And over here, we don't have any obstacles. For our descent, it's very important because you have very graphic information of the ground we're going to find in the descent. We can show it can show it better the ground. So that way we can avoid some terrain.
In the approach in Tijuana.
Yeah,
you are going to
Tijuana
see.
is a very special approach because of the terrain. Because it is we have a lot of mountains around of the airport. We can see the approach into Tijuana over here. This is the map in the plan mode. We can use. We select just here the leg pages, and we can have the here on the step climb.
Yes,
we can see the.
Okay.
Okay, we now here see the approach into Tijuana and the missed approach to the airport. We don't have here the information of the ground, but we can see our tracks and what altitudes we need to cross those altitudes. So that's another feature. We can have it in a map or in a plan mode. Here's the plan mode, and we almost fly in the map mode. Here's our present position.
Enlaces 1730, deja 250 por 240.
Contacto 1203 Tijuana, buen día.
23, enlace 1730, buen día.
Now we are approaching to our top of descent, so we have to calculate the performance of the aircraft. So we could know how many brakes are we going to use for this runway. So we put it and we are going to calculate. And as soon as we need 2,960 meters is the available length of the runway, and we could use whatever of the selected speed brakes. So Jesse decides how many brakes do you want, if you want to see it.
We're going to land with how many? 175.
175
okay.
kilos.
175 kilos. Okay, with brakes available 2,300 meters. Brakes 3, please.
Okay, we are going to select brakes 3. And how many flaps?
Flaps 30.
Okay, we are going to select flaps 30 for our final approach. So we have now the speeds and the brakes, and we are ready to talk about our approach. We have to make a briefing about our approach in Tijuana. So I'm ready.
So you're ready? You have the airplane and communications. We are level at 380, LNAV, VNAV. So your controls?
Yes, I have controls and communications.
Okay, our approach to Tijuana Airport is going to be BORDME2 to runway 27. The page is 13-4. It's available from December 19, 2014. The VOR frequency from Tijuana is 116.5. It is, okay, it is just standing by for the VOR. We have now the VOR of Peñasco. We're standing by when we are closer for the frequency. Final approach course is going to be 283, and let me check it. Final course 283 on the final course. Minimum altitude at the distance of 6 miles is 2,800 feet, and here is in the final 2,800 feet or above. Minimum descent altitude is 1,000 feet. We're going to make a VNAV approach. It's going to be 1,050 feet set on the MDA. Thank you.
Set.
And the elevation of the airport is 487 feet. In case of a misapproach, okay, here's the runway, okay. We're going to turn left to intercept Tijuana VOR radial outbound 168. Okay, here we have left turn 168 to the left, and we're going to climb at a distance of 15 miles of Tijuana VOR. We're going to hold and follow the ATC instructions. Here is the hold at 6,000 or above, and we need to confirm with ATC the final altitude if we make a hold. The transition level for us, the transition altitude for us is going to be 1,850 15 feet. We have some notes. Caution. Do not use radio altimeter due to orographic conditions because of the terrain. 2. Caution. Upon establishing visual contact with the runway, do not depart from the final approach radial until 5 miles. Okay, we will not depart the approach until we are 5 miles and we contact with the runway. In case of failure of the Tijuana DME, at any point of this procedure, maintain the last altitude and proceed to the station in the coordinates of instructions with ATC. Light low altitude uncontrolled US VFR traffic patrolling north side of the border. And we have a maximum speed of 160 knots or minimum maneuvering on approach after 15 miles. So the restriction of 160, here we have 160 knots on the speed, 15 miles of the approach. Do not use holding simultaneous at the minimum holding altitudes. We have selected 6,000, just in case we go for the missed approach, we need to confirm the altitude for the missed approach for us.
Okay.
So the sector for us will be approaching a minimum safe altitude of 5,600 feet.
Okay.
Okay, we need to be cautious with the terrain over here. And once we have landed, I'm gonna apply the reverse thrust. When we go, we're standing by for our gate to be parked up. I'm planning to go out of the runway via Delta. If not, we will go to the final of the runway, to the threshold of the runway 09er, and go via Echo and Alpha to the gate, to our final position.
Okay.
Our alternate airport is Puerto Vallarta with 23.5. We're runway with 23.5.
Okay.
12.6. We have 12 tons above. We have a lot of fuel. It's like
okay, and
3 hours of fuel. Okay. No questions?
No questions.
Okay.
You have the airplane.
I have the airplane.
With LNAV, PNAV path, and autopilot engaged.
Okay, I have the airplane. You have the communications and descent checklist when able, please.
Okay. This recall checked. Notes, no notes checked. Auto brake 3. Landing data, BREF and minimums.
For BREF for flaps 30, 146, minimums 1,050 feet.
BREF 30, 146, minimums, barrow 1,050 feet. Approach briefing completed.
Completed.
And descent checklist complete.
Complete.
Okay.
Okay, we were talking a few minutes ago about this vertical situation display. Now we have a more graphical. Here is our flight level at 380. Here we have the altitude. We're level at 380. And here over Abril, this waypoint, we're going to start our descent. Here you have the graphic of top of descent, and this is going to be our path of our descent. Now, okay, we're a little bit higher, but now over here is showing in green our terrain. So Tijuana is an airport that you have to be very careful because there's a lot of terrain during the approach. Actually, like about 5 miles on final, we're going to be free of terrain to turn to the runway. So once we approach more into the Tijuana airport, we can see here in the vertical situation display the terrain and the altitudes we're going to be crossing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck. To inform you, in a few minutes more we are going to begin our descent. We are estimating our landing in 30 to 35 minutes more. The last weather report is clear with a temperature around 88 degrees Celsius. For your attention and company, thank you, and thank you for choosing AeroMexico. We are arriving to the beginning of the peninsula of La Baja California, and here is where it gets with the Mexican Republic, with the state of Sonora. So this one is the Mar de Cortez. When you are planning to come here to the Wales, here is the area. So we are at the beginning of the La Baja. You can see the Pacific Ocean, the other side. I'm not sure if you can see the other edge of the peninsula of La Baja at the other side. you are looking here at the BSD. It gives us here all the path that we have to make it, and these dots are showing us where we are going to reduce our speed. And as you notice, the terrain is growing, is increasing there, so they give us a good picture about where we are going. Also here we have now we have a lot of aids to have our path, for example the vertical path, and we know that we are in the right vertical path, and if we maintain between these lines the speed and everything, it's okay to catch or to comply with all the points, with altitudes, with their speed and everything they ask for.
Tijuana, good morning, AeroMexico 170 Heavy, leading 264240.
Volaris 5455 de Sila, 6000 pies, autorizado por M2, pista 27.
Hacer 6000 pies, autorizados por M2, pista 27, Volaris 5455.
AeroMexico 170 Heavy, good morning. Radar contact descent maintain 9000, the altimeter 3018, expect VOR give me 2, runway 27.
AeroMexico 170, clear to 9000, 3018, expected VOR DME2 for runway 27.
Correct, I'm flight 2520, your position now, 1.5
Roger,
miles.
9000 set, 3018.
Tower, 118.1, have a day.
Turning base now, contact airport number 250.
Information from Tijuana Terminal area at 160 Downtown visibility 8 miles, sky 20,000 standard and temperature 9 degrees Celsius, dew point 6 degrees Celsius, altimeter 3018. Are you paranoid on system?
Es la información Bravo de las 16 Zulu, viento calma 8 millas, 2000 pies, medio nublado 9 grados, 3018, borde M2 a la pista 27, tenemos ya frecuencia de rampa que es 32.1.
Ok, la entrada, gracias.
Y lo de las aeronaves visuales, ¿sale?
Ok. In 10,000 feet.
And you are clear for the approach.
Okay, clear for the approach and be now 4,300 feet next altitude. Please, me regalarías terrain, please? Gracias.
It's clear and it will be a very good view.
Real good view.
Carmex 2000, posición 1 millas este del borde Tijuana en trayectoria, aproximación correcta, servicio, radar terminado, contacte torre 118.1, buenos días.
Okay, below 260 knots, flaps 1, por favor, please.
260, flaps 1.
Speed for flaps 1. Below 240, flaps 5.
240, flaps 5.
Set speed for flaps 5. Okay, below 230, flaps 10.
Okay. Flaps 10.
Set speed for flaps 10. Flaps 15 to comply with a restriction of 160 knots.
Okay, below 220.
Flaps 15 set. Flaps 18. Next altitude is 3,400.
Okay. Okay, 2,800, next altitude.
2,800 set.
AeroMexico 170 heavy, position 1 2 miles east of Tijuana on right track. Radar service terminated, contact Tijuana Tower 118.1. Have a good day.
18-1, thank you, and hear you soon. Tijuana Tower, good morning, AeroMexico 170, VOR runway 27. Se ha de haber quedado.
Muy buenos días, AeroMexico 170, continúa aproximación, le informo pista libre.
Okay, thank you. Stand by with the runway clear and good to steer,
Correct, AeroMexico 170.
Thank you, Barbie.
Okay, roger.
Stand by with the clear.
With the clearance, 2,000 feet set.
Continúe por Delta, mantenga antes de plataforma comercial, le llamo.
Por Delta mantenemos antes de la comercial, plataforma comercial, Carmen Excelente.
Okay, on VNAV pad, verify VNAV pad, set MD8, it's 110. Okay, speed intervention, gear down, please.
Gear down.
Flaps 20.
Below 210, flaps 20.
Speed brake.
Let me see about this.
Thanks.
2,500.
Radio altimeter activated.
Check. Below 180, flaps 30.
Flaps
2000, contacto 31 rampa para instrucciones.
Syria plus 5. Crossing 2,800 feet.
AeroMexico 170,
Heading
clear to
sail.
land when count.
Clear to land, runway 27, AeroMexico 170.
Clear to land.
Clear to land, roger.
Cabin ready.
And do the landing checklist.
Landing checklist complete.
Checklist complete.
03.
And missed approach altitude is set.
103, buenos días por Alfa, mantenga antes de la pista 27.
Alfa 27, 103.
Runway
inside, heading sail, vertical speed.
Máxima cabecera 27, listo, despegue en el H2721.
2721, mantenga antes de pista, tráfico 787 pesado, 4 millas de final.
Sí, estamos centrados en el tráfico, mantenemos antes pista 7, en el H2721.
I'm flying manually.
1000.
Stabilize,
Flight
continue.
director.
Approaching minimums.
Runway ahead.
Minimums.
Landing.
500.
Flight director.
It's off. Right.
And now.
Wind is calm, right?
Right.
El H2721, posición y mantener.
30.
Estamos entre el 27 y el H2721.
10.
4, 2, speed break up. Reverse normal.
Manual braking.
$60 knots.
Your controls.
Okay.
Gracias, Liz.
AeroMexico 170, continue Delta, hold short of taxiway Echo, and contact 132.1 with ramp control.
Via Delta, hold short of Echo 132.1, AeroMexico 170, heading. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Gracias. Mexico via Delta. Okay, continue via Delta, hold short of Echo.
Yes.
Ramp control, good afternoon, AeroMexico 170 Heavy, holding short of Echo. Esta es la 5, ¿verdad? Gate 5.
5 alfa.
Now
1,000.
Stabilize, continue.
Approaching minimums.
Runway.
Minimums.
Landing.
500.
Stop. Wind is calm, right?
Right.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed break. Reverse normal.
Not braking. Gracias, please. Via Delta, hold short of Echo 132.1 at Mexico 170. Thank you. Gracias. México vía Delta. Okay, continue via Delta, hold short of Echo. Pues aquí también ya dan demoras hasta acá. Yo quiero contribuir con el INEF. Clear, right? Sí, los pasos por arriba. ¿Se aceleró?
Oh, it was a nice landing, but just do it really nice. But I told her how
Yeah.
to do it. No, don't worry.
Yeah, she's a good instructor.
It's just a joke. So welcome to Tijuana, and we are ready to begin our turnaround. So see you downstairs.